Video on the commitment of trader report today. This could be a possible bottom for Ethereum. I'm seeing it looks like the dealers of the big money, they've been buyers since July 18th of this year, 2023. You can see by their net position has been going up, this yellow line here. Again, this is reported once a week, every Friday at 3:30 Eastern time. And this is the first time, I believe, since November of 21 that this blue line is the long position, has been higher than the red line, as far as I can tell. I mean, there might have been brief instances where it got above it in the last year or two, but that's a pretty bullish indication. I don't know if there's some kind of catalyst coming up, something going on, or maybe they're going to announce, maybe BlackRock's going to announce another ETF, maybe a Ethereum ETF or something, application, but that looks pretty bullish to me. If you go to the table, you can see they increased 85%. This is the first, their net long, so their long position is more than their short position right now, and that hasn't happened in a pretty good while. You could probably go all the way back to November of 21, but to find that. But you go to the history range, pull a 2-year on it. You can see the red lines are pretty well maxed out all year. Now you had some blue line above here last fall, and we had a pretty good rally last fall, but the net position was coming down. Okay, now you can clearly see it's going up, and it's almost at the level where it was back November of 2021 on the net position. So to me, that's a major indication that we've probably got some kind of bullish event coming up that I'm not aware of, but I don't know what it is. But the reason I'm saying this, if you go to silver chart, I saw this happen on silver also. They've been net buyers, the producers. That's pretty much the same thing as the dealers for commodities. But you can see here since July 18th, they've been net buyers. Their net position has been going up. Now they've slightly sold off a little bit from last week, so they may have took a little profit off of last week. But now they're not net long yet. If you look at the table, they're still 33,557 short versus 3,897 long. But there was a 17% increase last week in longs. The week before that, 108% increase in longs. And then there was a 13% long. This one right here really caught my attention when I saw this 53.1%, July 25th. I got in a little early. I should have timed it better. If I got in around this July 25th, let's see, where was that? That was probably the week of July 25th. I think I got head faked on this Monday. That's when I bought in, I think, at the end of this day. Pretty much the top. I mean, I didn't get this. I guess this one was higher, but and then I went to a -9. I held it. I dollar cost averaged. I bought some more right here, and I had a bid in right here at this 20.45. I don't think I got it, but it rallied up. I sold it right around 22. I believe it was on this gap up day on day 4 of Wednesday 23rd. I sold it right at $22 per share. This is just a silver ETF, SLV. That's what I was trading on my TD Ameritrade account, but I made some money on it, but I mean, not a lot. I probably made $300 or $400 on it. I could have timed it a whole lot better if I'd got in, even around this area or even close to the 9 count, the -9, what I call it. That would have been a lot better position. I was hoping for this 2045. I was going to buy another 1,000 shares of it at 2045. I never got it. It never hit that low to fill it. But so going off of that, I think it may not happen immediately next week on Ethereum, but we are on a -9 daily, plus 4 or 5 days going sideways. So I went ahead and bought in somewhere around the 1650 mark. I think that's a pretty safe bet. If you come over here on Ethereum daily, like I say, you're on a -9 here on August 20th, and you went sideways. You're getting a decent rally day today. It's not super volume or nothing, but your Williams money flow showed good action on the daily chart. So short term, I don't see any reason why we couldn't come at least up to this 1742. Might hit the bottom of the cloud around 1827. I think you got a good shot of a nice day, maybe a 9-day rally sometime in the near future. And I mean, you could go sideways for 12 days or something, or you may complete out your 13 count off of this -6. I mean, so you could get continuation till you get your -13. You get your red 13 showing up right there. But if you look at it on a weekly chart, it's not quite there. You're on a -6. So I mean, it could pull back. Bottom of this cloud somewhere around 1471. Worst case scenario 1370, maybe 1145 zone, somewhere in there. I would definitely dollar cost average if it got in that range. But you're just trying to play the odds. You're trying to improve your probability of success. So that's what I'm going off of. And it worked on the silver. Worked like a charm on the silver, man. When I started seeing the producers and the big money getting along. Now, the one thing I will say on silver, if you look at the table for last week, you had 191% long increase on Ethereum, on leverage. So they could try to shake this out before they send it up. So if you wanted to, you could nibble a little bit, maybe buy 10, 20%, 50%. Now, wait for the shakeout day and then buy the rest. That's what I'd probably do. Matter of fact, that's probably what I am going to do. I'll probably double my position if I see any kind of major red day on Ethereum in the next week. I'm going to gobble it up because I think your dealers, your brokers, are your dealers, and the dealers are loading up for some reason. They're definitely accumulating an Ethereum position. If you just go back to July 18th, I mean, that's where it bottomed out, and it's slowly been up tracing, and then this last week you had a major pivot, is what I'd call it, on the dealer's position. They flipped from net short to net positive. I mean, that's black and white right here. If you look at 815 report, they were heavy short 349 and they were only long 248. And so, I mean, they increased 22.8% even last week. So according to Larry Williams, anything above 20% increase is usually a pretty good indication that they've changed their position, and it's about to flip to the upside. So they're about to take their thumb off of it. I'd say at least within 1 to 2 weeks, they'll probably take their thumb off of Ethereum, and it's going to have a pretty nice rally in my opinion. Now, where can it go? Like I say, weekly. If you get a weekly count out of it, I mean, this thing could go to 2,500. I mean, at least somewhere between 22 to 2,500 probably. It could even go to 3,000, 3,100. I don't know. I think the high was up somewhere around 4,200, 4,600 back last November, November of 21. 4,665 looks like was the high, pretty close to it. Let's see the exact, 48.68 is what I show on Binance. Was the high November 8th, the week of November 8th. Do I think it can hit that, in a bear market? Not without some kind of catalyst. It needs a catalyst. I think you'd be lucky to get this 2,200. Go back top of the cloud. Might bust out, on a wick out day or something, where this blows up, and then closes back below it probably. You might get that 2,400, 2,500. You want to go for the easy money, I just go for around 2,200 in my opinion, but that's what I'd do. So just keep an eye on that. We'll see how it plays out. And if you want to, I could try to post a link of this CME group commitment of trader report in the comments of this video. So if you want to bookmark this page, it works on it. I mean, it works on everything. Larry Williams he talks about it in his book. You can track it on Bitcoin. Same thing on Bitcoin, but they've started accumulating on Bitcoin since August 8th, but they're still net short. So if you go to the table, they're 3,000 positions short and only 599 long. And they haven't increased. I mean, they did some last week, 4.6%. They increased longs last week. I mean, the week before, the week of August 15th. But and the open interest has increased, but most of that's probably due to leverage and this other reportable 87% long. That's most of your volume probably coming in right there and right here. Heavy short on the asset managers on Bitcoin. The dealers usually try to go against the majority, especially the public. The public's over here non-reportable. Republic's 26% net short, or they're not net short. They're still net long, but they increased their short position by 26%. So they could try to shake that out on Bitcoin. They'll probably try to shake out the long position on leverage. You had 30% increase on that. So I would definitely watch for that. But the Ethereum really caught my eye on the leverage is 191% increase in 1 week on the long side. So I would probably guess they're going to have a liquidation day sometime in the near future. That's too much easy money for them. They're going to shake everybody out of that, most likely. So just keep an eye out for that. I'd be real careful with leverage money just because of this event right here. I'd keep an eye on this. Once they shake that out, I think it'll be off to the races. They'll run it up for a while, most likely. But could be wrong, could be dead wrong. Hope not, but this thing, I mean, Larry Williams pretty much makes a living with this commitment of trader report. You can use it on Forex, you can use it on equities. If you look at equities on the S&P, you check the dealers on the S&P, they've been sellers pretty much since June 6th. Right here is a high, June 6th, the week of June 6th right here. They've been selling off pretty much flat. But net short, I'd say a net short at least since June 13th. You can see the red bar went just above the blue bar right here. So keep an eye out for that. But until that changes, until you see a flip where the blue bar is above the red like it was over here, most likely we're going to go sideways to down on stocks, S&P 500. I believe you can do the same thing with the NASDAQ and the Russell. Here's the E-mini 2000. They're still net long. They increased their long by 3.9 on the Russell. I got to give you that. They increased their longs. They've been long on the Russell since July 18th. Increasing week over week. The long is still more than the short. For some reason, they're going long high risk. Most of the Russell 2000 is considered pretty high risk. I don't know if you go, let's check the Dow. See, they've been betting on the Dow to go up too, that long. Any big change? 10%, 13%, 2, 9, 11% long, 18% long, June 27th. Yeah, that's a pretty good indication. Let's see what else you got. S&P mid caps. Check the dealers. See, they're still net short on the there. They are accumulating. Your shorts are getting less and less week over week. The net position's going up. Your long position is more than your last week. That's a bullish indication. Larry may be right. He's thinking we go higher on stocks by the end of the year. It seems super high risk to me, but can't argue with the facts that are slapping you right in the face. Agriculture, if you want to go to soybeans, looked interesting the other day. They're still net short. They've been accumulating. A little heavier on the short side last week. Let's see. What about cattle? Let's go livestock, live cattle. Producers they've been accumulating pretty much since July 11th, going up week over week. They're less short, about the same on the long exposure, but they're net short for the most part. Yeah, quite a bit net short. you're not really seeing any big money pouring in. You did a little bit right here, almost 10% on July 18th. 4% here, 11% here. %9 back in June. So keep an eye on live cattle, but when they are starting to go up on their position size, that's usually a good sign that beef prices are probably going to go up. You know, agriculture, grain, soy, corn, oats. Let's see what corn looks like. Corn definitely probably going up. Look at their position. Their net position going up like crazy. Let's see what else. Corn, soybean, oats, Kansas City wheat. It's going up. What about oil? Let's look at oil. Let's go energy, crude oil, WTI. Yep, that's going up. Your net long on oil. You were net long here, net long here. You were net long pretty much all year, but you kind of went sideways. Now you bottomed out on August the 8th. So their net position started going up pretty big time. Haven't really seen a huge spike in there. There's 4%, but not much. But I would definitely look for it. With the net position going up like that, that's dead giveaway. The oil will most likely go up in the near future. So let's keep an eye on that. I'll try to update at least once a week on this. Keep an eye on it. Let you know how it turns out. Catch y'all later.